Hey, hey, second grade. Guess what I did today? I got to go to school, to our classroom, and pack up your things for you to hopefully be able to pick up soon. And though it made me very sad, it also made me really excited to look forward to all that you guys have in store for you in third grade. Okay? It made me reminisce over all the wonderful memories we have had together and also consider, wow, you guys are just so close to being in third grade. And I'm so excited for you. So in order to be your best third grade selves, we got to continue being super second graders, right? Which means you're going to have to work hard for those 2 hours of school every day, okay? Work hard, right? And I know that's different at your houses, but I'm going to need for you to dig deep and see what you can do to be the best that you can be for the next few weeks before summer, because summer's coming, and then you're going to be thoughtful, terrific third graders. So let's be ready, okay? All right. In the meantime, we're going to enjoy Magic on the Map. Let's move. Another amazing chapter. Remember, we left off with Molly Finn, whose dad had just exchanged his car for the camper, and Molly had snuck out at night to go step in the camper, and she saw someone else there. We're about to find out who that is. Chapter 2, Magic Camper. There's Molly in what looks like a kitchen, and the state of Ohio at the top. All right, Finn was in the back of the camper. It was Finn, her brother, dressed in his gray and blue pajamas, matching slippers, and of course, his baseball cap. What are you doing here? Molly and Finn asked at the same time. Molly was going to say Jeeps, but then Finn wouldn't be allowed to talk, and she really did want to know the answer. I've never been inside a camper before, Finn said. I just wanted to see what it was like. Yeah, Molly said, me too. The twins didn't look much alike. Molly's long hair was reddish brown and wavy. Her eyes were the color of chocolate milk duds, just like their dad's. Finn had hair the color of dark chocolate, and it was clipped so short you couldn't tell if it was straight or curly. His eyes were as blue as the ocean, just like their mom's. But even though Finn and Molly looked different, and even though they liked different things, sometimes they were thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time. That was the case right now. Do you know what I'm thinking? Finn asked his sister. She nodded. You were thinking we should explore this thing. They walked the length of the main room of the camper. It was a kitchen, a dining room, and a bedroom all rolled into one. The furniture was squished close together and bolted to the wall. I bet they had to do that so it doesn't slide around when the camper is moving, Molly said. I knew that, Finn told her. He pulled a lever on the couch and it turned into a bed. The counter turned into a table. The cabinet turned into a TV. Everything has to be 2-in-1 because there's not enough room for stuff just to be what it is, Molly added. The camper is bigger than a car, but smaller than a house. I knew that too, Finn replied. It's kind of cool. It's like Transformers. In the back of the camper, there was a bathroom the size of a tiny closet. Outside the bathroom, just above the sink, a bulletin board was bolted to the wall. A map of the world had been pinned up, just like the one in Miss Giddy's second grade classroom. Molly undid the safety lock on the cabinet beneath the sink and found a container of multicolored push pins. She took a red pin and pushed it right into where their town was on the map, Harvey Falls, Ohio. Now we know where she and Finn live. She and Finn had lived there all their lives. And there is a picture of the map of the world. You probably shouldn't do that, Finn told her. It's not our property. At least it won't be as soon as Dad trades it back for that car, or for the car. I want the next people to know we were here, Molly explained. She stared at her home state of Ohio. Her house and her town and her state had always seemed rather big to Molly. But on this world map, her state was the size of a wad of gum, her town was the size of a pinprick, and her house was too small to be on the map at all. Molly sighed. What's wrong? Her brother asked. He looks lonely, she said. The push pin? He asked. Yes, Molly sighed again. You're being ridiculous, Finn told her. Pushpins aren't alive. They don't get lonely. Molly knew that her brother was right. Besides, it was probably time to go back to bed anyway. But Finn had moved to the front of the camper, where there were two big leather seats. One was a passenger seat and one was the driver's seat. Finn had never sat in the driver's seat before, but now was his chance to try. He sat down and put his hands on the steering wheel. His legs were too short to reach the pedals. Where to? He called back to his sister. If we go east, we could go to what state is east again? I can't remember. Molly sat down in the passenger seat and rolled her eyes. Pennsylvania, she said. Didn't you pay attention to anything Miss Giddy said? Finn shrugged. It was hard to pay attention in class sometimes, especially during baseball season. Or we could go west, he said, to whatever state that is. He twisted the wheel right and left. Or we could go to France. France is another country, Molly told her brother, on a different continent. Fine, we could go up to Canada, though. That's our continent, right? Molly nodded. Up north. Or we could go way, way, way down, all the way to Mexico, Finn said. Vroom, vroom. You shouldn't be playing around like that, Molly told her brother. Mom and Dad always say cars aren't toys. A camper isn't either. Relax, Finn said. We don't have any keys. We can't really go anywhere. He twisted the wheels some more. Molly fingered the blue and purple friendship bracelet on her wrist. That's what she did when she was nervous. She'd made the bracelet herself and she wanted to give it to a friend. She just hadn't decided who that would be yet. Finn pressed the button next to the steering wheel to turn on the radio, but nothing happened. I wish we did have the keys, he said. It's much more fun to pretend drive when you have music to sing along to. He began to sing his favorite song out loud. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Molly examined the little TV screen in the middle of the dashboard. There were also red buttons labeled power and volume, plus up and down arrows in blue. It's weird that there's a TV up here, Molly said. Drivers shouldn't watch TV. It's unsafe. Notice the coffee mug in front that says #1 Dad and the cup holder. I wonder what that TV looking thing is. Molly pressed the power button, even though she knew it wouldn't work without the keys to turn the camper on. But the strangest thing happened. The TV screen lit up. First a flash of white, then blue, and finally the word welcome popped up on the screen, each letter in bright red. A deep voice came out of the speaker. Hello, it said. Who are you? Tomorrow, Chapter 3, Buckle Up and Don't Puke. We'll have to see where Molly and Finn might be off to in their magical camper, or is it really magic?